Hey, what's going on everybody? It's your bro, hope you're doing well. In this video, I'm going to discuss the arrow function in JavaScript, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Alright, the arrow function, that would be this little guy right here. It's an arrow. So this is a shortcut for a function expression. We'll create two similar functions. One will be a function expression, and the other will be an arrow function. They will do the same thing, but they'll have different syntax, and we'll compare and contrast the differences between the two. So let's say we have a variable, let hello, and I will assign this a value later. So if we were going to write a function expression, we could say something like hello equals function, and then we can return maybe hello world, something lame like that. Okay, so then if I need to invoke this function within this variable, I could say console.log, then hello, then add a set of parentheses to invoke it, and this will display hello world. Now, if we were to write the same bit of code using the arrow function, it would look something like this. So hello equals parentheses, arrow function, then hello world, whatever we're returning. And this would do the same thing. So let's console.log hello, and this will display hello world. Okay, that was level 1. Let's turn it up to level 2. What if we need to pass in arguments to our functions? Let's create a variable named x. Let x equal the word, what about yo? Okay, so when we invoke this function, let's pass in x. Then we'll need a matching set of parameters. So let's add x to our function expression, then return x plus the word world. Okay, now if this was an arrow function, we pass in our arguments here, x, and then our parameters would be within the set of parentheses. And actually, if you have only one parameter, you don't technically need the set of parentheses. But if you have no parameters or more than one parameter, you do need that set of parentheses. So let's display x plus the word world. Yo world. Are you all ready for level 3? I think we're ready for level 3. Let's create a second variable. Let y equal whatever your name is. Okay, so if we have multiple arguments to pass in, we would separate each with a comma when we invoke our function, and we need a matching set of parameters. So with our arrow function, we would need that set of parentheses, x, comma, y, hello, then pass in x and y. So let's return x plus our variable y, and we'll do so here as well. I'll probably add a space just to separate these words. Okay, so this is the result. Yo bro. Okay, level 4. What if our function takes up more than one line? That's pretty easy in a function expression, so let's instead change this around. Console.log x, then console.log y. So if our arrow function needs more than one line of code directly next to it, we can wrap all of this within a set of curly braces, much like what we have with our function expression. So I'll delete this and then hit enter, copy what we have, then invoke hello, pass in x and y, and here's the result. Yo bro, yo bro. So yeah. One place in which the arrow function really shines is the use of higher order functions such as map, filter, and reduce. Instead of passing in a callback to a function, we can instead pass in an arrow function what we want these higher order functions to do. So let's recreate some of these programs and instead use the arrow function. Here's some of that code from the video on the map function someplace within this playlist. So let's pretend that we have an online store and I have an array of prices in US dollars. I need to convert all of these prices to euros with this current conversion rate. So we can use the map function of our array to do so, and we pass in a callback as an argument. So let's rewrite this program, but instead use the arrow function. First, we need our arguments, if there are any. We have our value, arrow, then all we need is this bit of code right here. And we no longer need this entire function. And this would work just the same as it did before. So that is the use of the arrow function when used in conjunction with the map function. Alright, filter function is next. What we did during that video topic is that we had a fictional college class with a bunch of ages of students that varied between 16 and 20. We were going to create a function that will check to see if a student was 18 or older. So we used the filter function of our array of students and then created a new array named adult students. So this would create a new array with 3 students. One is 18, 19, and 20. Let's recreate the same program and use the arrow function. So let's get rid of our callback of check age. We need to pass in any arguments if there are any. We do have an age, arrow, then age greater than or equal to 18. And we no longer need this function of check age. All we need are these 4 lines of code. And this would work the same. And last but not least, we have the reduce function. What we did in that video was that we had an array of characters. We were going to reduce these characters into a single word, and then store it into, well, a variable named word. So if we were to write this program using instead the arrow function, we can get rid of this function completely, but we still need these arguments. So this time we have 2 arguments. We have total and next letter. Then arrow function, total plus next letter. Then we can get rid of this function, and this will display the word help. Well, everybody, that is the arrow function. It's a shortcut for a function expression. I will post all of the code from this video in the comment section down below. There's quite a bit here. And well, yeah, that's the arrow function in JavaScript.